Welcome, food travelers. I'm Simon.
And I'm Micah.
We are making our way to South Korea by way of Los Angeles.
And by Los Angeles, we mean K-Town. Here we are at Bat Sul Lung Tang for breakfast.
Yeah, that's a ox bone soup here located in K-Town.
And for my dish today, I had the beef brisket. And this oxbone soup is a very traditional dish for breakfast, and it really feels like it energizes us.
For mine, I actually had a mixed bowl. It had a variety of different meats. As you can see, they also included liver, tripe, and also brisket, as well as gopchang, which is actually Korean for intestine.
And then for this dish, they always provide green onions that's chopped. I recommend adding as much as you can to bring out the flavor.
Yeah, I really love green onion. It adds kind of this fresh kind of texture and flavor to it. It brightens up the dish quite a bit.
They also have a little bit of chili sauce you can add in as well if you do want that. And as per all Korean restaurants, there's always side dishes.
Yeah, the banchan is great. It's different varieties of kimchi. I really enjoyed actually taking a bite of the soup and the noodle, and then actually following that up with a bite of the banchan.
Yeah, I agree, Simon. I think having the banchan and also a little bit of rice too does help fuel you up.
Yeah, I thought this was a great meal, especially it's a nice way to start the day to kind of energize you and give you the energy to go through your day. And as always, when you see a lot of locals coming in and trying the restaurant and eating here, you know it's going to be pretty good.
Yeah, we're
And something you want to keep note is with the glass noodles that they serve with the dish, you don't want to keep it sitting in too long because it kind of gets soggy. One of the tips I would say is to actually let it kind of sit in for a little bit, but then eat it right away.
Yeah, you don't want the glass noodles get too soggy. Just like any noodles, you want it nice and crisp, or not crisp, but more of the chewy texture.
After breakfast, we headed to Hangary Kbbq for lunch. They are a pretty popular place. When we first got there was a line kind of stretching out the door.
Yeah, there was a huge line out the door. Parking lot was very full. We had to find street parking around the corner.
Yeah, we ended up parking, I think, about 2 or 3 blocks away and walking over. One of the dishes, or some of the dishes they're actually popular for, is a clam noodle soup with hand-shaven noodles, and also their bosam, which is a pork shoulder that's boiled.
Yeah, this bosam dish is very, very popular over there. I noticed a lot of tables did order the same thing as us. They're very, very generous with their portions as well, as you can see here in the video.
And these are very, very delicious dishes. I really love it. I'm a huge pork meat fan, and so most pork dishes I enjoy. I just love the way the Korean prepare and how they present and pretty much their dishes for pork.
Yeah, I really enjoy these noodles here too in this clam noodle soup. They are known for this particular dish as these noodles are handmade in-house. The noodles are very chewy texture. The soup is very, very creamy with the potato that they use and also from the starch of the noodle.
Yeah, the broth is quite delicious. It's a nice, well seasoned. There's a little saltiness to it with the seafood flavor, and with the clam, it's very delicious. The clams were nice and chewy, but not on that rubber side like you wouldn't want. But very good.
Yeah, and I do recommend at least 3 people or more for these 2 dishes. It was quite a lot for just the 2 of us.
Yeah, I can eat quite a bit, but even still, like Micah said, it's a lot of food. But that's something that Koreans are popular, or I should say are known for, is that they do they want to offer you as much as possible and making sure you come out with a nice full belly.
Yeah, and for this pork shoulder dish, it does include a lot of different side with it, as you can see in the dish. there isn't a particular correct way of eating it. You can eat the pork shoulder alone. You can also add in the different lettuce and the garlic to it as well. You can pretty much make it as any combo that you like.
Yeah, one of the ways I like to do it is you can see as I show a close up is kind of make I call it a pancake, where I'll have the lower level vegetables, and then I'll just place the different meats on top, and then fold it up and stuff it right in and enjoy.
Yeah, and as you can see here, we're not big into the hot stuff, so you see all the jalapeno left behind here.
Yeah, I am spice adverse, but that was a great lunch. Definitely, I would recommend coming over here if you've never tried this place, or if you want to try pork shoulder or the clam soup.
For dinner, we headed to Daebudo for Korean seafood barbecue.
I've been to this location once before and I really enjoyed it, so I was so happy that we came back to try this again.
Yeah, when I heard about this restaurant from Simon, I was super excited to come here, mainly because they do the charcoal style seafood barbecue.
Yeah, as you can see, they bring the charcoal briquettes over to the table and you barbecue all the seafood right on the spot. Everything is fresh, just delicious, and there's such a variety when you order. Over here is one of my favorite restaurants when I come to LA.
Yeah, it was my first time here, and I do like how everything is fresh. You can see all the seafood still moving around when they bring it to the table. And there's a whole bunch of choices. I think there was a total of 3 choices, Simon?
I don't quite remember, but yeah, there's quite a bit of choices. Something I do want to note is watch out for your knees because it does get hot down below. So just don't burn yourself.
Yeah, and you can see here when they put down the abalone, that is a add-on item for what we ordered. I do know that one of the larger portion dishes, it does come as standard, but for us, since we're only 2 people, which is just an add-on item. Abalone is something I really like to eat. I remember when I was in Jeju Island, we went to a restaurant with a whole bunch of abalone to try too, and I had to get abalone.
Yeah, you can see there's quite a bit of different seafood from octopus, clams, oysters, scallops. One of the nice things too, they also actually offer that sweet potato, as you can see, that's wrapped in the aluminum foil, and that is actually the kind of the dessert portion you get right at the end. You let it bake and cook into the fire for a while, and then you open it up and finish off the meal with a nice sweet potato.
And we did censor the cooking of the abalone for the viewing. It is a little gruesome watching it trying to
wiggle its way out.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can see that's how fresh the seafood actually is that the abalone itself was still alive as it was being cooked. So we wanted to give all the viewers just a little bit chance to kind of look away if you didn't want to see something like that.
But boy, it did taste very good. I love the texture of it. It's a little bit chewiness, fresh seafood flavor. There's no gaminess or anything like that.
And one of the things I wanted to kind of give a shout out was the service. It's awesome that they come, they help you barbecue everything, and they kind of watch over and make sure things aren't kind of getting overcooked, and that when something is ready to eat, that they'll mention, hey, that's ready for you to eat, so you'd want to eat it now, so you can kind of enjoy everything kind of at its peak spot for consumption.
Yeah, and they also add gloves for us to wear too, because everything is hot. So wearing the gloves does help make the eating experience a lot more enjoyable.
And atmosphere-wise, I thought it was great because with everything that's happening, that they did move the section outside, and just the ambiance with the lights and being, at least in LA at the time, it's nice and warm. It just creates a nice little atmosphere to be out and about, eating dinner outside and just having a very pleasant feeling as you're barbecuing.
And then here you can see there's more oysters and clams that we're eating. There was a lot of food here.
Yeah, this was for 2, which was quite a bit, but we did finish pretty much everything. But it is quite a bit of food. If you wanted to have more people, of course, the more the merrier, and there's plenty of food to go around. And this was a portion that we actually ordered for 2 people specifically, and you can see it's a lot of food just for 2 people.
But even with all this food, we did manage to finish, I think, everything here, Simon. I think this was perfect amount for 2 people. actually. I think the seafood pancake was really good too. They did a really good job on that. I think it was better than a lot of restaurants too. It was really crispy. There's enough seafood in every bite. I also really appreciate they giving us that bowl, so we put all the shells in and all the things that we don't want.
Yeah, we wrapped up the day, and you can see that pretty much we cleared it out. What a delicious meal. I definitely want to go to this place again. I really love it. I wish we had something like this back up where we are located here in the Northwest, but unfortunately we don't.
I agree. I wish we had something like this in Northwest too. I would definitely go again, and probably every week. And with every video, we always end with the notables. For the first notable, we have the clam noodle soup. I put this down as my notable, as the noodles are very chewy texture. They're handmade in-house. The broth is very good. It was very flavorful, very creamy, with the potato and the starch from the noodles. There's lots of clams in this dish. It's very generous portions. They served this dish to us very quickly. There wasn't very much wait time. And for the second notable is the abalone. The abalone was live, it was fresh. You can saw in the video, it was still moving around. It was charred very good. It was cooked to perfection. I really enjoyed this abalone. It was a great add-on to our combo dish. I highly recommend it.
And for our last notable with the clams, actually, I if I could, I would throw everything into this, essentially all the seafood barbecue as the notable, but I did want to point out the clams. I do love fresh clams that are on that charcoal grill. It's sweet, succulent, tasty. It's just delicious. It's one of those things where you just take the bite and you're just happy to be eating and you're happy to be alive. Definitely a recommendation. So come on down to Daebudo and enjoy a great meal. If you've enjoyed the content you've seen, don't forget to support the channel and hit like and subscribe. And if you want to see additional pictures of food and our travels, go over to our Instagram page and follow us there. And thanks for watching.